Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Tuxedo E, and we are getting back into our playthrough of Book of Hours. I believe this will be video number 80 in our series, and I want to take a moment to apologize that it's been a week or so since we've done the last video, but things have been kind of hectic around here, and I haven't really had the chance to sit down and record much. Plus, I've been fighting off a cold, and I didn't want to be sneezing all the time while trying to talk. So, we have a new incident probably coming up soon. We are going to try and make some progress today, so let's dive in and see what we can get done. House furnishings are sometimes unique, resources are not. If you destroy a resource, you can always get a replacement eventually. Welcome back. Everything is remembered, Hush House endures. So let's see, see if we had any timers going. Doesn't look like it. We have clouds today as our weather. We have a new season starting. So we have a new incident will be coming. See nothing out here on the beach, on the bridge that we need to deal with right now. We do have some Dawnline coffee we can make, though. We can go ahead and get that started. Permit the potential here to express itself. Steam and scent both rise. It's ready. Dawnline coffee. Coffee from beyond the great deserts. Lantern, scale, and forge. We have our new incident, the affair of the Friar's Tapestry. A tapestry has been stolen from the hostorium that depicts details of a very old rite indeed, one that may only be performed at Gladwin Lake when the moon is ripe. Exactly what it might renew is unclear, but almost inevitably someone will try it anyway. Visitors with an interest in moon or nectar mysteries will want to talk about this. We have Father Stanislav that's come to join us. So let's get ahead and speak with him. Bless you, and bless the house you serve. The Grove of the Green Immortals has asked me to look into this. Book with nectar. The Green Sages have long been interested in these doctrines, and the Hostorium has long been disinclined to share. The Sages are concerned this might be a Hostorium trap. I suspect they're being overly cautious, but I have learned over the years to take their instincts seriously. So let's find a book with nectar. So there we go. He has nectar 4, so we can use the low sorrowful end of the Lady Nana, and he can't read Kiernewick. So instead, we will use Kittling Ripe's Tasty Treats. You know, I had to manage Galmir's reincorporation up in the mountains by the grove. I wish I'd known these techniques back then. It was the most difficult thing I've ever done, and I think she'll most likely return to the Mansus anyway. Although at least I can tease her that she smells of hummus. So let's see. So we're going to need, for this one, we need people who like moon and nectar. So let's get our typewriter and our book. And let's look for people who like nectar and moon. So Agdistus, no. Aladim, no. Arthur, no. Peel, yes, Peel is definitely on the list here because he likes moon mysteries. So we need 7 moon. So we can do that. We'll have to do that at this desk here. We can use Edicts Marshall for that and get Peel's attention. And since we got since we got Father Schaller for this conversation today, we'll have to wait for tomorrow to do our monthly salon. All right, so let's see who else. So Peel is Moon. Azita, no. Shima, no. Connie. Connie is interested in this, so let's write one for Connie. And Yvette is also interested in Moon, so we'll write one for Yvette. So let's see, who else might we have? So Corso, no. Daymare, no. Douglas, no. Esan, no. Strathcon, no. Hokebald, no. Morgan, no. Olymp, no. Serena, no. Stanislav's already here. Zachary, nope. Okay, so this should be a short one. So let's go ahead and get those invitations sent off. And we can get this entire incident taken care of today. All right. So that gives us a bronze Spintria. So we're up to 7 gold and 1 tin Spintria now. Alright, there's Dr. Peel. Let's get talking to him. The night, the day, the night, and here we are again in the day. Marvelous. Something regrettable is due to occur at Gladwin Lake, regrettably soon. If I can't prevent what's coming, I'll have to watch. I might even learn. But I've come here to learn first. If I learn enough, I won't need to watch. If I don't watch, I might not worry. Robigo, the generous with hosts, the little traveling. He's a name of the crowned growth. He's an especial friend of the Hostorium, and if anyone bears the blame for the Ortuccio incident, it's him. None of these phrases give me any particular pleasure to say. Be of good cheer, Librarian. Once I go out into the world, you may never have to hear any of them, ever again. Well, if that's not ominous, I don't know what is. The crowned growth is basically an hour from nowhere, think the area below the Mansus, where its entire existence and reason for being is to consume, to make things not of itself into part of itself. Think like a creeping vine. Not a very pleasant experience. And Robigo being a name of the crowned growth means he's fairly powerful, because names are just below the power of hours. So we will finish letting Peel read that. There's our bronze Spintria. Librarian, I'm here on bureau business. Have you heard about this Gladwin thing? Not on my watch. Idiot adepts rushing up north to try some half-digested killisimi rite they've got out of a pack of fungus wizards. Whatever happens, I won't like it. So I'm here to look into countermeasures. From darkness, darkness. Wish me luck. Alright, so now we have night about to be over, so we can go ahead and send our invitations for our people for lunch tomorrow. So we have Corso, Dagmar, Douglas, Father Stanislav, and Madame Olympe. And Connie has been on her way. So we'll talk to Yvette. Hello there. Got a moment? A patient of mine is troubled by a dream of a lake. He swims out, he dives, he is reborn beneath the moon. We identified it just last month as Gladwin Lake. He has never been there. He wants to go. And now, just now, I hear about this business of the tapestry and the rite. The best outcome, Librarian, seems to be that the rite involves the hour named Applebright. The worst, that it involves the crowned growth. And both of these are nowhere hours. No one has ever been prepared to tell me what that really means, but I know enough not to roll around in it. Try a book with as much mystery as there interest. Okay, she can't read for scenes, so that's no good. So we'll go back and give her Black Nephrite. Or we can give her What Does Not Bark. This has helped a little. I still have no idea what to tell my patient, but I think now that he will go, whatever happens. That seems to be the shape of these things. Always the tide. Well, if it was the Applebright, it wouldn't be that big of a problem, because Applebright is fairly innocuous. She can only hurt you if you choose to let her hurt you. She is temptation, but not maliciousness. Sort of like the flower maker, her unknowhere half. Alright, so there's our people are arriving for our luncheon. We have rain today. Mademoiselle Olympe. In case we just have to wait for lunch to begin. We have all of our dishes here, yes. Make sure that everything is prepared and acceptable to all 5 of them. Yes. We'll have lunch after midday. So that brings us up to, let's see. Dr. Southey's patient believed that he would be reborn at Gladwin Lake beneath the moon, and she decided, after visiting Hush House, that it would be futile to try to prevent him from going. Always the tide. MCO Lee researched countermeasures at Hush House, hoping to limit any damage caused by the rite. Dr. Peel went off to watch the rite at Gladwin Lake, intoning sinister names, Robigo the Generous with hosts, the Crowned Growth, or Tuccio. Father Schaller came to Hush House to investigate the possibility that the rite was a Historium trap, and mentioned, perhaps only in passing, that he had mentioned Teresa Galmier's reincorporation. So Teresa at least came back into the flesh from the Mansus, and she was a major part of things that happened in Cultist Simulator, one of the big summons there, living in the lodge of the Sage Knight. So wonders if she tried to catch up with Christopher or not. So we are waiting for the proper time for our luncheon to roll around. So we are waiting for midday. So we will speed things up a little bit here, just to get there faster. My guests take their places for lunch. Raise a complex question. Add a whist card. Corso and Stanislav speak of the dreams that follow the consumption of the dark liquor called lethe, and their conversations with the moth named Notwing Knot. Both of them agree, almost convincingly, that they have always ignored its advice. Orchids and narcotics. Okay, so let's see. Orchids and narcotics is Grail and Nectar. So let us begin collecting our memories that we will need for that one. So we can get Nectar from this one. We can get Grail from Gossip. So that's 2. And Orchids and Narcotics is at 4, so we need 2 more, Grail or Nectar. We have Intimations of Skin gives us Grail. And over here, we can get Nectar from Ambrosial. So that will be that. Back to our salon. Ask about dreams. Add a FET card. Stanislav and Corso speak of Zofia Zakirova, to whom Corso was once very nearly married. By Stanislav, in fact. Corso tugs miserably at his mustache as he describes her struggles with deliria and her obsession with the whimsies of the wood. Then one day she started wearing wigs and ran off with a piano tuner. Last I heard, she was giving piano lessons in Leipzig. Another lesson in Orchids and Narcotics. Interesting, interesting. Tryst. Instinct and emotion. With the ghoulish camaraderie of 2 prisoners in a retirement home, Douglas and Dagmar discuss the details of their medical issues and their subsequent surgeries and exsanguinations. Do we have that one? That we appear to have found one we do not have the lesson for, so that's something new. How morbid to talk about your surgeries and over dinner. Metal. Inviting a challenge. Dagmar is hectoring Douglas on Suppression Bureau overreach, but he just sits quietly smiling with his arms folded every so often. And every so often names another incident sinister enough to need Bureau intervention. Reims, or Rivak, or Treowen, or the Wildwood Club. Each of these puts Dagmar on the back foot, but she rallies and explains why each in turn is different. This at least gives Douglas time to sip his drink or pack his pipe. Lesson, Edicts Inviolable. Well, that's already maxed out, so that'll give us a free lesson for something. Say something witty, add a Shapt card. And if you'll notice that this is behaving differently than previous ones, it's because somebody on the Discord discovered a way to make it so that instead of having all of the later ones bunch up in one window, they each get their own window like the first ones do. And I think it does look a little bit better and keeps from having to keep scrolling all the time. Dagmar describes matter-of-factly to Stanislav some of those routes through the bounds which are available only to one who sheds her own blood. She even shows him the scars, surgeries, and exsanguinations. I'm wondering if surgeries and exsanguinations, with a name like that and something that's about the bounds. We have these are done. I'm wondering if it's a knock skill, but we'll find out soon enough. I can't remember offhand what it is. I think it's heart and knock. Energetic exchanges. Add an Arab card. Corso chaffs Olympe about her recent review of the performance of Menander's The Burning Woman, which she considers an outright manifesto for the creation of new hours. Gods from steel. She acknowledges that it's an absurd idea, but disagrees that the director thought it was absurd. Transformations and liberations, which we have at 9, so that gets us another free lesson. Oh, let's see. Surgeries and exsanguinations. Yep, it was right. Heart and knock. So we're going to need a heart or knock skill. Or so let's grab a cheerful ditty. That'll get us heart. So we can get that to level 2. A lively meal concludes. My guests leave happy. You've gained an additional potent memory. Yep, so that replaced the curious hunch. And I forgot we have the memory satisfaction, so that'll give us our heart. So let's see. We can learn surgeries and exsanguinations. And our people are on their way. So we'll do level 2 surgeries and exsanguinations. Or actually we have, just in case we overshoot, we'll do this one since it takes 4 memories for this one. Actually, we'll use the rain, so we can replace scent easily enough. We have our Arab. There it is, our Western geared Arab. Surgeries and exsanguinations. Surgery entails the flow of blood, and the flow of blood entails purification. But the door also opens the other way. Alright, so that is now level 5. There is no greed without beauty. So we do surgeries and exsanguinations. We can do the cheerful ditty. And a core. And improve this skill to level 2. So let's see. Orchids and Narcotics is going to need 5 Grail or Nectar skills. So we'll start. So we can do not that one. We need Ambrosial. So that's 1. Two. 3. So Grail or Nectar. And we have our... I know we have another Grail. Oh, we can do, yeah. Impertinent Vigilation. So we have Memory Satisfaction. We can hold that one over till tomorrow in our bed. And so we need one more, which we can get from the bush. From our paradise palm. Hail, sky, and edge. Offer from Oriflammes. Oriflammes established 1776, Sense, Signs, and Sciences. Dear Librarian, we'd like to offer you the opportunity to purchase The Debate of Seven Cups. Distillations of spirit recorded by an alchemist who identifies himself in the foreword as but Sir Thomas Browne's reflection. Solutions and separations. Well, we could use some more levels of that, so sure, why not we purchase that? It's only two Spintria, so we can use our silver Spintria there. Oriflammes thanks you for your custom. Nope, that's not what we wanted to. We wanted to bring that to our there. To investigate this. And get the memory from it. Four, and the plant will make 5. So orchids and narcotics. Arab. Lesson. Gossip. Impulse. Scent. Make melody. Satisfaction. At last, I'm something of an authority in this. Improve this skill to level 6. So let's see. We also have Heart and Moon and Moth and Forge. So let's see. For this one, Heart and Moon. Let's sort by. Well, we could definitely use that to boost up surgeries and exsanguinations some more, so we'll do that. And for this one, Forge, we already have Forge pretty well represented. Moth is also pretty well represented. Weaving and not working is the lowest there. Or actually, we can do solutions and separations. So yeah, so we need 3 knock or moth. Easy enough. Because we can do moth. We can do knock. And then we can do knock again. Then we have an occult scrap for the next level of that we're going to get from this book. Actually, that'll give us 2 lessons. Alright, so surgeries and exsanguination. Solutions and separations first. And improve this skill to level 4. See, surgeries and exsanguinations is now level 2, so we need 2 knock or heart. Easily enough. Been playing too much Cultist Simulator recently. Keep trying to press S to start things instead of going over to the T. Alright, so there's our book. So it is Moth, so we can come up here to our Moth desk. And we can master this mystery. So we'll speed through reading the book here. Time is a pure flame, and we live by an invisible sun within us. Darkness and light divide the course of time, and until that course is run, eternity remains history's bedfellow. Sorrow, then, is sense's final solvent, and even a tear, should it fall enow, might destroy a stone. So solutions and separations and memory impulse. So solutions and separations is now level 4. So we need 3 more lessons in knock or moth. We have impulse. So we can do knock. We can do knock. And we can do knock. So that gets us our 4. So we're going to need one more. Forgot that impulse was going to go away. Lucky enough we have Ambrosial. Was not even paying. Oh, fog. That actually gives us what we need. Alright, so we grab solutions and separations. Fog, memory, lesson, sacred threshold, pattern. Shept. Alright, so now we're going to need 5 memories. So we have an occult scrap we can use. So we are going to need... Ambrosial will be 2. Three. 4. And 5. So we'll go ahead and get that leveled up. And then we'll probably go ahead and call it a video, because, again, this is mainly just waiting for the next incident to roll around now. Two, 3, 4. And this will now be level 6. So let's see, what can we craft with solutions and separations? Since it is knock. So we can make an amethyst ampule, or we can make Westcott's compounds. An alchemical trick for rendering the ephemeral into volatile compounds. The moth finds the flame. Or an amethyst ampule. Share and shape and fill a paradoxical knock ampule. If I add liquid, I'll brew a powerful knock toxin. Well, let's go ahead and add a liquid then. If we do 10 moth, this can make a named a riddle. If we add liquid, We unlock Glassfinger Toxin. If we add Glassfinger Toxin, we can probably make the level 15. So I know we have a Glassfinger Toxin up here somewhere, or at least I thought we did. We must have used it up. Yeah, we must have used it at some point for something or other, but that's okay. We can make another one. We just need some liquid, but we can make that later. Oh, we do have some isle water here. So they do not have knock there. That one has knock, but it cannot take liquid. Yes, up here has knock, and it can take a liquid. Yes, there. So solutions and separations, plus shaft, plus liquid. Plus a curious hunch makes Glassfinger Toxin. And this one has 3 level 15 recipes. So one of them is going to be moth, one of them is going to be knock. I'm wondering what the third one is. Probably a hint somewhere that we missed or haven't seen yet. And we'll move this book over to our red pile. Glassfinger Toxin. With Keeper level knock and this skill, Glassfinger Toxin is the precursor of the Sacrament Ascite. Okay, so that's that's a nice little hint that it gives us. So with solutions and separations, plus the Glassfinger Toxin, plus a shaft, and then we need 3 more points of knock. We can get that with Didymos, so that makes Sacrament Ascite. Induce a change in the toxin. Make it more knock potent, but safer. Okay, so now that we've unlocked that, let's try our other knock. Okay, so door and wall also makes Sacrament Ascite. Edict's Liminal makes Sacrament Ascite. Let's see what our other knock skills can do. Preliminal Meter is going to be something different. Makes Curious Hunch. We still haven't figured out what a level 15 one for it is. Let me check my notes on that real quick. Preliminal Meter, 15. Knock. As soon as my notes will load here. There we go. Let's see. Preliminal Meter. Crafting. At 15. Needs... okay. Needs a piece of Gervanite. Do we have a Gervanite handy? Yes, we do. So we can slot that in. Now we'd have to do it down here. The Preliminal Meter plus Gervanite plus knock makes Cronus Cord. Place the Gervanite at the heart of a knock device. Lockworks and Clockworks, we already know it makes the same thing. Glass blowing and vessel crafting. Let's see what it makes at knock 15, if we can. It makes a lot of things. So let's see. So if we add... Okay, so that's another one we're going to have to come down here to the forge to unlock. As we add Gervanite, Shapt, and the Didymos. Yeah, so again, so Lockworks and Clockworks can make a Chronos Cord. Or, if instead of that, we add our Glassfinger Toxin, it can make both Chronos Cord and Sacrament Asite. It can also make the Ichor Vitreous, which recipe we found. And let's see. So we need somewhere that does lantern crafting. It can do lantern. So lantern. Glassblowing and vessel crafting cannot go there. So we need something that takes sky and knock. And lantern as well. We're going to have to go over here for that. We need a heavy lantern memory. Do we have anything else? Well, we can get 2 more there. Forbidden Epic. No. How would we get to 10? Oh, we need to make a Deer Day lens, is what we need. So we'll save our Didymos. We'll make a Deer Day lens. It says we can distill a potent lantern liquid with 10 lantern. So we need a lantern Newman. We can get that with the sun's weakness. Alright, so we have a Deer Day lens. We need to drop our Glassfinger Toxin off in the alchemy workshop there. And grab our new Deer Day lens. A fiendishly simple and wretchedly fragile optical device. Alright, so we should be able to get glass blowing, sun's weakness, the lens, a memory, and Faust gives us 12 lantern, which makes Ichor Vitreous. Sight, perception, inception, inspiration, all of the glory's gifts with Faust. Ichor Vitreous. Distill a pale and watchful lantern fluid. So then at 15, We have an Ichor Vitreous around somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I think we have one here in the... Or did we use it for something? Ah, yes, there it is. There's an Ichor Vitreous. So let's come... Will this one take... Nope. So we need a place that we can do lantern crafting and takes knock. Oh, we can do lockworks and clockworks there. Oh, wait, we do glass blowing and vessel crafting. Sorry, not that, not lockworks and clockworks. So where can we find 4 more points of lantern from? Oh, we need a lamp, a light. I think we have a 3 points of lantern lamp over here somewhere. Yes, we do. Still, that only gets us to 14. So we would need 1 more point. So we'd need to have Fost Plus here in order to craft that one. But that would turn that into Ashertine. Or if we did it with Sky, it would also make Ashertine. But we'll have to play around with that later. Okay, so I think that's probably going to be pretty much enough for today. We've managed to use up all of our lessons. We've done a little experimenting, unlocked a few new recipes. So I guess we will call this pretty good work for today. If you've been enjoying what you've been watching, please leave a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see where this is going and what more incidents we're going to have before we can finally found the Lighthouse Institute, then please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode.